I felt that today I should talk to young people. Later on, I will talk to young girls, but I'll talk to young people. And young people is a composition of both young boys and young girls. And when later, I will talk about, I will talk about young girls. But today, I want to talk generally about young people. Young people of today have a different challenge, just like every generation has its own challenges and presentations. I want to talk to the young people of today. If I recall, when I was young, we had different challenges from today. For example, when we were young, we could not answer back an adult. Also, when we were young, it used to happen that our elders did not consult us. They never consulted us, and it happened that what they decided was law. But today things have changed. Even elderly people like me, we should also understand things have changed. It happens that nowadays you find an elderly person calling a young person to sit down and maybe discuss a certain thing. At least to most of the people I've come across, the issue is very mutual. You find that you sit down, an elderly person and the young person, when they talk as equals. But you see, the truth of the matter is, even if you talk as equals, you are never equal. You are never equal. You may want to present a certain issue. You may want to discuss a certain issue. It is a matter of ideas that will be discussed. Whose idea is better? If the elderly is bringing an idea, then the young person can also bring an idea, and whichever a good idea gives way to a better idea. But then I have come across certain young people, very few. But you see, if you take 100 liters of fresh milk and you take a spoon of curd, maziwa lala, and you mix it with fresh milk, it spoils things. And that is why I wanted to talk to young people. I find that there are young people, especially men, young men, who we don't have to agree. And even on occasions, we may argue and even shout. But when it reaches, shouting is okay, because talking has 3 levels. You either talk lower volume, normal volume, or even high volume. It's okay so long as you are passing ideas, to me and to most of us. But we have even had occasions where young people abuse and even use unprintable things to people who are old. I can talk this on behalf of people who are born between 1960 and 69. It is bad. If you look at our generation, our decade, the 60s, we never argued and even used abusive words to people who are over 10 years than us. If there is somebody who is 5 or 6 years older than you, and even when we used to have issues with people, even if we had issues with people older than us and we raised, you remember, we never used abusive languages to such people. But even when we raised our voice and banged tables, we would find a time when things are cool, and then you come and explain, Mzee, Baba Fulani, I'm sorry, emotions came up to me, but you see, I was trying to tell you this, but you are not, you remember, our generation, we came under wazes who believed that somebody younger than you cannot advise you. So these things is there. Another thing, and I want to tell you, generations come, technology come, development come. That is normal. And even better technologies than today will come when you are our age. As I finish off this, I want to tell you young people, especially young men, an elder does not need to curse you. You know, there some people think that an elder has to go somewhere, call all the gods and say, may thunder strike so and so. No. Let me tell you. And the worst curse comes the unspoken one. You do something to an elder man, he keeps quiet and goes. Because an elder man or an elder person is afraid of talking something, especially nowadays. And if you come from Kisii, if you are an elder, maybe a Kisii, and say, may thunder strike you, and then that young man is hit by a vehicle, the following day, all houses in your village will be burned. So you find a lot of people, you even find an old elder man saying, I wish I would, I mean, just is tongue-tied and goes. That by itself is a curse. In Swahili we say kusononeka moyo, just kusononeka. And you know, there is no worse a curse than that one ya kusononeka. You see, if it is a curse that goes like this, somebody talks ill about you and then you apologize and then he lays his hand on your shoulder or head and forgives you, that one, there is some sort of correction. But a situation where he has not even complained or anything, he complains inside him, that one goes. And another thing I want to tell young people, if an old man swears to gods and whatever and wishes you death, and you're completely innocent, the curse will never get you. But if you deliberately do something to an older person, more than 10 years than you, he or she does not need to utter the words. It will just happen that you will find yourself, your life going bad because of such. And such young men especially, they find themselves in future leading miserable lives. Thank you.